Joe Esposito. Joe Esposito is participating with his work in the first virtual Biennal of International Art located in Princeton, New Jersey. Uh, this is Joe's work. Joe is a legend. Joe had started together with Andy Warhol and they went parallel lines, climbing their way up to the art partners of America. While Andy continued for some time, Joe has disappeared mysteriously. No one knows what happened. But Joe has gone a little bit overshadowed or outshadowed by some circumstances. However, Joe reappeared. And Joe, after he has reappeared, has gone with unbelievable power and force, skyrocketing his way back up and even higher. So this is not parthenogenetic work of Joe Esposito. Joe is an excellent drawer, unlike a great number of contemporary artists who neglected the art of drawing and realistic painting. Joe has not done it. However, Joe is extremely versatile and he is in the spirit of Picasso, Mauro Capitani, other stars who like to experiment in with different forms and styles of art. So this is one of things. It might look a little bit simple, and yet this is something that Joe believes people also need to have. And in this simplicity, there's a touch of a genius. People love this simplicity, especially people living in such a complex life situations of these days with varieties of sufferings and tribulations conducted by the outward and inward forces. People want something simple. And when people enjoy looking at something quasi simple, Joe enjoys it. And this is one of the pieces which looks simple, and yet there is no touch, there is no element of unneeded or of self-expression, of unneedful contribution to the simplicity of the image. And it reminds you of King Arthur's time and knighthood of medieval Europe, with this almost looking like Lancelot or like figure, or Orlando Furious like figure, or Rinaldo like figure of medieval knighthood, etc., etc. So, and it looks exquisitely pleasant to the eye. This is purple, and this is shade of a blue, I would say more Spanish blue than anything else, more Velasquez Murillo blue. And this is absolutely all of a sudden black, which is projected in the middle of his chest with his lovely and lively, angelic-like, knight-like, very combed hair. So this is about Joe. So we're very, very proud to have Joe as a part of this important international exhibition. And as you could see, they are next to each other, Joe Esposito and another star of American art, Catherine Tavares, which I have already spoken of her work prior. All right, let's move to Kirsten Hoest. Kirsten Hoest, a painter from Denmark. I have met, personally acquainted during Palermo Biennale 2015. Work exquisitely interesting. Artist who is very intelligent. Kirsten is very imaginative. Is exquisitely interesting personality, very sovereign soul, very gentle. And so it reflects extremely neat. and certainly it reflects in her work. She is also extremely kind person, so this figure made in a very interesting geometrical very precisely drawn circles, semicircles, quadrant, etc. Reminds perhaps a little animal, maybe mole-like, and with this wonderfully defined eye. An eye looks at you with an expression that you find not in too many of realistically rendered painting of human beings. Look at this eye. Wonderful, this is peaks of the nose. And yet, what does geometry tell you and why she uses the geometry? Good question for Kirsten. Kirsten has mentioned that in many interviews, and she is widely known and a very, very famous international artist. Certainly explanations and views of why it has to be made in geometrical figures are many, because geometry being a part of the formal description and depiction of the universe might apply from macrocosm to the macrocosm, from macrocosm to the microcosm, and inside them, and microcosm also can be depicted and expressed in absolutely strict lines and absolutely defined colors as our universe also. So this is mathematical, this is physical, this is metaphysical, and this is artistic. Kirsten Hoest.